But you need to make sure, what we ended up doing is taking a 5-gallon bucket, drilling holes in the bottom, and everything we need for the wash rack is in that bucket. Go get the wash bucket. So I'm not carrying a hose and shampoo and brush and everything else, dropping it along the way. I have one bucket to carry with me, in my other hand to have a whip to drive a pig. Need to make sure you take everything for the purpose of the wash rack. Pocket brushes. So the big fad now in the show pig world is use the bigger brush. It's fine if your child is big enough to put that brush in their pocket. If you have a 5-year-old, that brush is not going to fit in their pocket. It's made for an adult pocket. So that's what the little pocket brushes really need to be kept in the show box for your little ones. Their hands aren't big enough to grasp a bigger brush. It should fit easily into their pocket. There's so many times, because we show Pee-wee on the circuit, that starts at 3 years old. So those little 3-year-olds, you know, they're trying to put that brush in their pocket, and then finally it just ends up on the ground. They don't even know where their pig or their brush is at that point. Just make sure it fits. One of the waddle girls, please come up here and see it. So your whip, you need to make sure your whip's not too long or too big for your child. Best judgment is that the whip should come to her hip. Now this one might be a little bit longer. It's an adult 36-inch whip, so it's a little bit. So it's a little bit longer. It should be right here. That would be about a 33-inch whip for her height. So you want to make sure that you have a whip that fits your child. Mama Waddle and I can show this one big to me. But it's going to be long for her. When you get too long of a whip, the fact is your kid's running it into the fence, running it into somebody else's pig. So you need to make sure that when you buy, you know, before you buy that whip, you need to test it on them. Where does it come on their hip height? If it's too big, even if they're like, I want that, oh well, you're not getting it, unless they have that particular thing. Simply because you're doing a disservice to them. And it doesn't have to be a whip. Maybe you're going to use a cane. Maybe you're going old school like Grandpa and you're going to use a cane. Maybe you're using the dragging rods that they have. It's your choice, but you need to be comfortable. Leah said earlier, whatever you're driving with in the ring, you better be driving with at home. I'm not going to use something I just grabbed that's broken or nothing I even use to drive my pigs at night if I'm not going to use it in the show. So I'm going to tell you, the big fad is, oh, I need to have one of those feathery tipped whips. No, you don't. Be simple. You're not going to do anything. What they're good for is to photo baby pigs, because the baby pigs chew at the fuzz tip. They're not good. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not good in the ring. They're flimsy, and little ones don't have enough aggressiveness with it that they're going to be able to make that pig dry. Probably the only one, if you're going to purchase one like that, would be a Titan whip, because they have rubber wax tips. They're not like just the pieces of string. So I mean, again, those are things that you as your family need to decide, not what the general public says is the best to use. This one is a $10 weaver whip.
Those are my favorite whips.
She uses it. We use it. A lot of people on the circuit use it. Every kid that won Showmanship 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place last year got one from the circuit. So I mean, for $10, I'm okay with breaking one of these rather than a $50 one. Make sure you have your spray bottles. We take Gatorade. There's numerous county fairs that either have sulfur in their water or chlorine in their water. If your pig's not used to that, they're not going to drink it. So we take Gatorade to mix into the water. Not only does it add flavoring to cover up those smells, but they're also getting electrolytes from moving in and just the hustle and bustle of being in a show. Towels, moms, you can't go wrong with towels, paper towels, old dish towels. You never can have too many towels. We also have like a first aid kit in the bottom of the box with Band-Aids, scissors, Neosporin, things like that. Make sure you take all your supplies, obviously, especially most fairgrounds are only about 20, 30 minutes away. You do not want to be like, oh, I forgot the feeders at home. Dad told me to pick them up. I should have busted Xander in the last group. So yeah, we left Xander and Gus in charge of loading the feeders at CPS. Like Jim McCoy and I were loading this and toys. Yeah, that year somebody got 5 new ball feeders at CPS because the boys left them outside the wash bucket.
I forgot mine before the state fair. I had to meet my mom on Hillary Room Road. She was happy.
So I mean, you just got to make sure this is where kids, if mom and dad says go load that, then go load that. Because in the long run, it's going to cost you more money and might cost you some time in your room or something. I'm not sure. Fan, if your facility allows, I personally encourage you, if you're starting this and you know this is going to be what your kid does, invest in a hand board. They're $35. Invest in a divider. They're about $150 to $200 because we still have the ones that we first bought. And hand board's the best way to move pigs. If you have a pig that's, to stress yourself out or them because it's just a wall that's moving with them. And the divider, a lot of county fairs are gaining numbers. So they're gonna make you pin your pigs together, or maybe you have 2 pigs that didn't live together at home. That divider is gonna come in really handy. We ask people to bring dividers for circuit shows because, you know, we're getting almost 300 to 400 head every weekend. You're gonna want to double up. So a divider comes into play. You don't have to have the fancy show box. Some people can't afford it, but you can have a nice Rubbermaid container to put all of this in as well. Leah's going to talk more about showmanship. That's kind of what Show Pig 101 is about.